Hello everybody, this is Phalix1, and this is going to be our 4th segment guide for Earthbound Glitchless. This is going to be the Stonehenge base, or Starman base, however you prefer to talk about it. This is one of the spots that is a bit execution heavy, but once you learn how to green swirl things, which is going to be the key thing I'm going to be focusing on, you will have a lot easier time here. Also, a while back we started doing this double crystal charm on Paula and Jeff. Since then, I really feel that wipes in Starman base is a lot less common. The area is still very dangerous, but you can really control the spawns here with some good actions. But you have to commit, and that's something I hope that I can kind of help you show to do. But the first thing that we're going to do here, also, just like every other video, I've debug warped around, so my inventory is a little different, but it's pretty close. But the main thing to focus on here is just what I do with spawns. But when you first come in, something I found a while back, stay here for about 5 seconds. There is a spawn, which is a mook, and he always spawns right below us. If you stay here for about 5 seconds, stay a little longer, he will almost always despawn himself. And then when you come down here, drop the Casey bat because it is worthless. Give the eraser to Paula. If she doesn't already have the pencil eraser, go ahead and give that to her as well. And use the eraser. We used to switch around the crystal charm here and equip it to Paula, but as long as she had one, it's okay. But if you were not able to buy two, be sure to equip it to Paula. She has the highest speed, and runs here are very important. Alright, so our first room with spawns. I always prefer not to get into any fights unless I have to, or unless it's going to be a green swirl. Thankfully, room 2 was good, but sometimes you'll get spawns right at the entrance. If you do, you can go in and out and try and despawn. It's pretty easy. This guy won't get me. Right here, this is a runner preference. If you go bottom left, the path is a little bit shorter, but I find that the spawns on the other side of the door there tend to be a lot harder to deal with. If you come through here, it's a little bit longer of a walk, not much, but the spawns on the other side of the door will not be too bad. See, right here, I didn't even get any. If you do happen to get any, I'd recommend just going in and out. If it's a Starman, you can go for a green swirl, which whenever we get to a Starman that we can't avoid. Actually, let me see if I can go ahead and get it here. There we go. Alright, see how I am at the side of the Starman? The Starman hitbox is the below and above them. If you hit them on the side, you're going to get a green swirl. I'm a little above them here, so I might hit the top, but odds are I should get a green swirl because I'm hitting the side. Okay, I didn't, so I'm glad that happened. If you notice, I was a little bit above him, so I actually clipped into the top of his hitbox. You want to be even with the Starman whenever you hit him. But what we do with this encounter, this is a terrible encounter. This is one that you definitely don't want to see because of these guys, the Mook Seniors. They can Diamond Eyes, they can do a Fire Beta, they can do a Freeze Beta. All of these things can just, and they injure run if you're not prepared or not really watching. They're fairly fast, so what we'll generally do is use a Hypnosis Alpha on them. They are quite susceptible to it, and hopefully he'll stay asleep for the whole turn. But once you do the Hypnosis, just defend with everybody else. Alright, Freeze Beta. If this hits Ness and solidifies, it could be trouble. But no, as Paula's ticking down, hopefully we run, and we don't. Alright, that's a problem. And also, I realize I need to debug something into my menu really quickly. I forgot a very important item. But good deal. This is showing how this can go bad. Uh-oh. Whatever will we do? Okay, got away. But I forgot an item that's very, very important here. So don't mind this. I don't really feel like restarting the video. Normally at this point, you're going to have 2 cups of life noodles with you. So let's get Ness his. And let's get Pooh his. There's a chance you could also have 3 here. Monkey Cave, Deep Darkness, and the pyramid. Okay, so I've got 2 dead kids. This isn't a problem, because Paula being dead doesn't affect her chance to let us run. And if you're coming in here with 2, 1, or none, if you're coming in here with no life noodles, the run's over. But if you only have 1 thing of life noodles, it's okay. Just don't revive the kids yet. You see, we do have a Starman over there, so let's try and despawn him. This little tunnel right here, it's pretty common to get some spawns here, and they'll jet after you, so be sure to face them. There's a good chance they can red swirl you if you try to run from them. Alright, we got a Starman. We're even with them, so this is a green swirl. And last time I was a little bit above him, so it didn't give us a green swirl even though I hit his side. But we got a green swirl, automatic run. What I'm hoping for is I can show you how to sort of manipulate the Starman. And, well, not really manipulate, but control their AI. It's very predictable. Alright, that room's generally not a problem. This room, however, I always call this the hell room. The thing with this room is you just gotta keep on trucking. You can't try to despawn, you can't be unsure of yourself. You've gotta just commit and keep going. But right here, Starman didn't come up. Ooh, this guy did though. We get him to the side. So we got a green swirl. This is an excellent start for this room, by the way, getting a green swirl this early. Now, as soon as the fight ends, as quickly as possible, jump into the menu, use a skip sandwich, and keep on trucking around. There we go. Okay. See how the Starman jumped right on top of me. If you're going vertically, and they teleport to you, stay still. Whenever they do that, as soon as they appear on top of you, turn towards them, and you'll get a green swirl, just like I did there. So rewind it if you're confused on that. Just, if you're going vertically, wait till they teleport onto you, and then turn around and face them, and you'll get a green swirl. Here, right, good deal, good spawns. Okay, what I just did there. And again, you may want to go back and look and see how I did that. It's pretty simple. Whenever they start to teleport, if you're going horizontally, right when they start to teleport, quickly go back in the opposite direction, and then move back towards them, and Ness will hit their side hitbox. Alright. See, there was some Starmen over here. Whenever I run into this corner, if I see spawns, I just run right into here. This is a good little spot. I might have respawned that area, but I didn't. Okay, good deal. Alright, actually that's a pretty good hell room. But as you saw, with that skip sandwich that I had, you've got to use the skip sandwich and just go for your green swirls. Despawning in that room, aside from that one little spot, it's not a good idea. But once you get out of there, you're going to come in here. It's pretty easy to avoid encounters here, but the encounters here no longer have mooks, so they're not as scary. If you get in here, I'd recommend not really despawning until you get to the last room and just kind of keep on trucking and hope for good spawns. But right here, he spawned in a bad spot. I can try to green swirl him here, but it's a little tricky. A lot of times, what they're going to do is they're going to stop right to the very right of the ladder. If they do that, you simply wait for them to teleport, like right there. And as soon as they do that, you go to the bottom and turn right. But he's going to stay right there. So, how you want to deal with this, and it's luck, I may not get it, it depends on timing. Wait till he teleports, and turn right. Again, the side is the sweet spot, but you don't want to be too high up on them. Because even though they're standing up, if you touch their head, you still get in a fight. Okay, so I got a spawn there, it's a robot. Not really a threat, but still you don't want to fight them, it could take a while to run. Just get in aggro range of the Starman, move up, and green swirl. You will generally get into a fight in this corner. Alright, as soon as that fight is done, we still have your iframes. Skip sandwich it up. And again, like the last section, we got juked. This will happen sometimes. Sometimes you'll think that they're going to teleport to you and they'll go to somewhere random. But just like in the hell room, you just want to keep on trucking here. Don't try to despawn, you'll make your life even worse. But these don't have any insta-kills or anything nasty, so just gotta try to run. Alright, got out of the fight. I want to top off your HP, and I also want to check something here. Okay. Didn't know if I have it. Especially when you're low on children, you want to grab, make sure everyone's at full HP. But what happened right there? And if you missed it, I just look back real quick. It's something that takes a little while to get used to, but watching all 3 of your extra children, not just Ness, and if you know that they're about to clip into an enemy, be sure you're just facing down the direction that they're not looking, and you'll get a green swirl. You see, right? Ness, now he's looking down right. Jeff is looking right now, because that's where he initially was, but whenever I got into that encounter, the moment it happened, I looked down. And that let Jeff get us a green swirl. But that's the bad part of it. That was a pretty good one. I did get some blue swirls so we could see what's going on. What you didn't see is the double mook fight. The double mook fight, which you'll only get up to the Hell Room, you want to Hypnosis Omega, defend with everybody, and just hope for the best. The double mook fight can Diamond Eyes, which Paula and Jeff are immune to while they're alive, but Pooh and Ness are not. But you want to double, or you want to do Hypnosis Omega, and then just run. Those guys are the most dangerous fight. And you go through here, pick up your little rat. Alright, this room, again, nothing dangerous, but I recommend not fighting. The Octobots can still skip sandwiches from you. But despawning here isn't too terrible. You can lose a bit of time. And if you absolutely have to, you can try and grab a Starman for a green swirl. But my preference right here, I found that staying towards the outside tends to give me a little bit better spawns. When you get to the top of this loop, there tends to be, like right in the center, there's a hallway, and you'll find spawns there pretty often. In my experience, if I stay around to the outside, I generally get less. Just go right around to the outside, get near the top, run around, hey, no spawns. I'll probably have some on the way back, though. But let's get some spawns. Oh, look at that, spawns, because I didn't walk around the top. Despawn. I'm wanting to kind of get pincered here, but you know a lot better. This room isn't too terrible, but if you have to, just try and green swirl. The game's going to give me pretty good luck here. There we go. You see, he teleports right to where Ness was. Just quickly move out of the way, and then go to the side. Mastering that, when it's not that hard of a thing to do, but just really mastering how to get your green swirls here makes this place much easier. But while you're here, I generally do this here, just out of force of habit. I like to use Pooh's Life Noodle here. And get Jeff up. If Paula has been dead for too many bosses, you may want to get her up here, because we got Lumine Hall coming up next. And Freeze Gamma is really good there, but really only if she's been dead for like 2 boss fights do you want to worry about reviving her. Jeff is really our only important part of this equation. I fully expect, though, not to one-shot this guy, just because this is a local recording and I'll have to experience it. But defend with Jeff, defend with Paula if she's alive. He's our handy-dandy rocket. Yeah, he'll sometimes outspeed Jeff, but not always. 1752, which is higher than 1400, one-shotting Starman Deluxe. So do this fairly long level up sequence. If Paula didn't have Freeze Gamma before this, you really hope that she does have it. Sometimes you might not. The faster your time is, it generally means the less fights you had. the higher the chances are of you not having everything you want. But Pooh got it right there, which is good. You know, come out and talk to Dr. Andonuts, and as soon as he's done, you'll use the exit mouse. And that's Stonehenge base, but feel free to use it as a guide. Look back on some of the stuff I did. I know I went pretty fast, but I'm trying to make it all in one video. And now I'll get to work on Lumine Hall. Thank you for watching.